What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today's deck is perfect for being the #1 cube thief in Marvel Snap. If you clicked on this video, you're probably like me. You're a part of the hidden cult following of movement deck lovers. Introducing Cloak, Surf, and Dagger. Now, more so than just about any archetype in Snap, move decks take a lot of learning the core strategy of the deck. Simply plugging in the cards and firing up a couple games is not going to work. In fact, a lot of people stay away from move decks because, well, they're big brain decks. They take a lot of thinking, and there's already a lot to think about in this game. They don't have a lot of flexibility right now. It's definitely Snap's most lacking archetype that could definitely use a boost come like a season pass. Now, let me tell you why you need to start playing movement decks. Number one, they can't be telegraphed. Number two, Snap is adding a bunch of trash locations, and you have much more favorable RNG in those locations. Number three, it's a deck that you can start to master the more you play compared to other decks out there. And then lastly, if you care about battle mode or competitive play, I think they're amongst the best in archetypes because of the multiple battles that you play one opponent. And again, they can't be telegraphed. Here is the core build of the deck. Again, you've seen a lot of these cards before, but let's talk about how they work and why we have certain cards in the deck. Now, obviously, we've got Dagger and Cloak, and it's all about when you use your movement tools. Now, we have Absorbing Man in the deck, and he's actually pretty dang solid for every reason you can imagine. We've got a Silver Surfer double boost with him if you choose to follow that card up. You can use him with Juggernaut. You can use him with other move options like Doctor Strange to move cards again. But one of my favorite things to do is to use Storm followed by Absorbing Man, and then you leave your opponent pretty much screwed while you can go ahead and move around your cards to those closed off locations. And then we like to top it off with the grand finale of Hobgoblin in the only location that they can play in, right? They really don't have a lot to make up that -8 power with the limited space. And oftentimes you kind of play it like Galactus. You want to fill it into a lane that they, already have some other cards committed to. And then we have our big power options that we can move with Heimdall, and it works out perfectly. Now, as for those replacement options, of course, we have the other 3-cost cards. Rogue right now is great with all the Morbiuses out there. Arrow, Magneto, Polaris, all are great additions as well. Magneto's good because you can move whatever they might have played on Storm, typically being a 3 or 4 cost. Moon Girl can go and copy a lot of these options if you don't have Absorbing Man. You can wave to get something like Hobgoblin or Heimdall out early. And then we have Brood, obviously, for the big Silver Surfer. Now, you don't have to have Surfer in the deck. You can absolutely plug in some other options. Now, with all that being said, guys, it does take a lot of strategy, and you need to see how it operates. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys into some battles, and I'll show you how I navigate or use locations to my advantage, and then also use that Storm shutdown. It's crazy. We win games we're definitely not supposed to. Let's hop on in. We have Iron Fist and Kraven. Because we have Kraven, we're not going to play our Iron Fist. And Vulture got hit by Icebox. So kind of made our decision for us, guys. Cool. So we have Kraven this turn. Kraven's typically always a left play, depending if we have Storm and some of our other options. But left side Kraven is typically the safest Kraven. You can go mid as well. Rickety Bridge, interesting option. Might storm that off now. Although, if we don't storm it off, it really limits what he can do, and we have a bit more flexibility there. Let's think about this. So, if we storm this off, we can Hobgoblin left side and just kind of win just by a wash of power. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Wind, aid my hand.
Brood's pretty major there. I like that play. Except he's going to be very limited on where he can play in the future. Absorbing Man would have been clutch here, but we can't do that. Let me think on this. Yeah, so we're not going to use Doctor Strange yet. We're going to use Iron Fist this turn. Vulture next turn into that. He's going to use Silver Surfer early. So that's our number to beat in the mid lane. Now we can go and easily play Vulture into this lane. Which we kind of are not forced to do, but somewhat because of our Hobgoblin play. Let's go and play Vulture here. Oh man, this is so sick. All right, cool. So we're going to, like you would think maybe a Heimdall, right? You can move him over, buff up Kraven. No way, man. We're going to go Juggernaut into Silver push whatever superpower thing he has over here to the right side. Now, the only thing I'm thinking we do instead is we play Juggernaut here, Silver here, so then we destroy all this. We would tie this, win this, it would come down to power. So I think this is actually the play we need to do. And this would win us 2 lanes. Oh, man. Let's snap on this. I think this guy thinks he has the chance to win because I think he thinks we're going to play Heimdall. This is so cheeky. What you got, Matty Ice? So he only played 1 card, so we played the right option. If we would have done the other way, it would not have worked. This is so sick. And we got the win. Wow. Locations come up so big when you're playing the move decks and what to do. I'm still not convinced I've got the best one down, but this is something I like because we have like a lot of flexibility and like Cloak, Dagger, Storm, the Surfer. Oh, it's perfection. All right, Beat Chili, here we go. Next battle in, we're going to get rid of our Collapse Mind. We have Juggernaut, Dagger, and Absorbing Man. We have our Hob, though, so we're good to go. Iron Fist and Dagger here, and a Fisk Tower makes this a little bit difficult, so we need to be careful there. But for now, I think we're okay. All right, so we got Dagger middle. This will be our Storm location, no question. Kamar Taj is hot, but at the same time, it ain't because of Fisk Tower. Juggernaut, on the other hand, makes things a little interesting. Definitely. We're going to go with Vulture in the mid, and I think we can just win this off of a right timing Juggernaut and our Hobgoblin. And it's over. Now we could go ahead and Storm here and get rid of the chance of anything crazy happening. But that's stupid. All right, so let's Jug this turn. And then we'll just Jug again if we need to. Oh, let's go. Come on. Let's go, baby! Does he leave? Does he leave? Oh, guys. Okay, so I think we snap. We Absorbing Man this turn. And then I think we just Hobgoblin. Maybe we play Iron Fist. Probably not. Oh, my God. Come on. Let's go. Yo, that was so awesome. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Play it through. Oh my God, he's playing it through. What is this, Doom? Oh, that he would have. It's the greatest battle. That was the weirdest but greatest battle. All right, so we lost Absorbing Man to start the battle. That's always great. But we've got ourselves our Silver Surfer move deck. And we have a lot of the 3 costs now. That's great. And Absorbing Man is there to go ahead and copy a move effect or copy the Surfer. So there's a lot of things you can do with him as well. Now, we have a lot of low-cost drops in the deck. Unfortunately, we are not getting lucky enough to play them on curve. And we have Jotunheim. So, we would have to guess where he's going to play, but I do like the idea of throwing Juggernaut out into potential Jotunheim. Wow, he's clogging it, so he has a Cerebro deck, which would have been huge to play Juggernaut, but we can't. And we got Gambit, which isn't terrible. I'll take what just happened. Now, because we're playing a Cerebro deck, we know he's going to be playing on this left side as well, so we're going to go ahead and throw Dagger in the dead mid. There is our Cerebro. And now we're on to turn 5. So we can do a few different things here. Either way, I think we're sitting pretty nice here. We're going to go with probably an Iron Fist. That's just going to end up being a wash. Followed by Vulture this turn. And let's just see what we get next turn. Odds are we're going to play Heimdall. But we only need really 1 card to beat him on the right side because it's Cerebro. Absolutely brutal, Iceman. So alone, just by moving everybody, we're going to get like, what, 22 power on the left side, which we know we can beat him And he's not going to play Jotunheim. Like, we know that for sure. So the good thing about Cerebro is you can just easily telegraph around it if you're playing this style of deck. We're going to give him the middle lane. We could snap here. He is probably pretty confident if I had to take a guess. But we'll go ahead and just take the 2 cubes from him. This was a pretty easy win, though, because we know how high he can get up to. And even with Blue Marvel, that's only 22. So dagger, this is the giant dagger play that you're going to get for the full 9. There's the vulture. And then we know he wasn't going to play Jotunheim with the easy dubs. Probably could have gotten more cubes off that. We didn't. The tough part about Move and why a lot of people don't play it is there's already so much to think about with Marvel Snap, and that just kind of adds to it. But I do like that when Surfer is typically a 3, you can do a couple of things and not have to rely on Heimdall. But that time it made plenty of sense. All right, next battle, we got yet another location that's going to favor us, right? So anytime you see something that they can't get into that you can, you got to like your odds going into it. We're going against Aru here, and we have Crimson Cosmos, Luke's Bar, and let's look around. Now, this makes it tough. Kraven doesn't really have a home, so we do have to keep that in mind. We can play Dagger now if we'd like to. Hobgoblin is probably going to go Crimson Cosmos for us, and we might end up storming right side if we can. We're going to Kraven this turn. He's probably, if I had to guess, he's probably going to hit us with that Black Widow over and over and over, which isn't a terrible play. It kind of limits what he can do later on, but I would keep doing that if I were him. We're going to go Vulture down on this right side. Here comes another Black Widow. Oh, debris. Man, Luke's Bar is so big for disruption decks. We're going to go Doctor Strange here and get our Vulture over to Luke's Bar. And then I think we're going to shot a Hobgoblin middle, try to beat this guy on his own disruption game here. Here's another debris. Is this a Black Widow? No, he can't play that. It's too much. Iceman. Okay, all right. Okay, so if he debris again, if we Hobgoblin here, and then we can just Doctor Strange again. And we're guaranteed to get this off. All right, I think we're good. We're going to out-disrupt the Disruptor with our move deck. I hope he plays debris again. Yeah, have fun with that, bud. Have fun with your -8 in the middle. Sometimes I feel like, first we could have snapped. I feel like disruptors, guys, get so into disrupting that they forget to do, the, you know, to play the game. So we're not going to lose these two. Yeah, we won. We've won against like every kind of deck today. It's been really fun. And this is like our 5th win in a row. All right, first turn up, we have Throne Room left side. I actually think Throne Room's pretty decent for move decks, all things considered. Bit annoying, but that's okay. Ooh. Not great. Shake it off, Cozy. Not great. We're going to go Kraven here. At least we kept our Heimdall. But we're running low on cards. Limbo turn 7 definitely favors us. Definitely favors us. We're not mad about that. I would say the only issue is there's not a lot we want to do this turn. And by not a lot, I mean practically nothing. I guess we throw a Juggernaut down for funsies. Well, if it goes in our Kraven lane, well, sure. Meant to do that. All right, cool. We have Dagger now. Would have been nice to play Cloak and Dagger together. We can't. Let's just play Dagger.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay. Kind of benefits us, though. And Cord. I think we still just play Cloak here. It would be nice to have that Doctor Strange that we lost. Okay, a lot of disruption happening here. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we just do this, right? That's still okay. Yeah, that arrow's not going to do much. That was a weird kind of all-in disruption deck from Retro, and I cut it for editing, but this guy took a long time on his turns. Okay, cool. So it's the final play here, and, you know, we already won left side, that's for sure. We've already won this side, so this side doesn't really matter. We almost don't want to lose our jug, but we're going to. Yeah, I mean, we kind of just do this. And, that. Our Craven's going to go up again. I mean, what on earth is he going to play here? Maybe Darkhawk? A Doom? Not bad. All right. Good game. Good game. Interesting disruption deck. Thought for sure we were going to see some Darkhawk action. A lot of weird stuff going on. Stack the lane. Usually this lane is kind of money, but he really had no way to get his Angela up. All right, we got ChocmanQ, and we're going to kind of hang out, do nothing for our first turn here. Dark Dimension X Mansion. This is scary in the MODOK meta currently with all the Hellas floating around. You got to be careful there. Dagger, right side. Love move. Don't have to care about locations as much. Dark Dimension's a lot scarier now. A little bit nervous about that. Also a little nervous about this. Well, we got to get our dagger out of there. She's going to die. But how much do we care if she dies? We probably should care. Let's do that. We'll try to protect her with an Iron Fist. Hopefully he rises to the occasion. This guy's probably just going to play a bunch of Hella options and screw us. Oh, God, that was terrible. I guess that's worse. I almost want the Quicksilver more. All right, so I don't really like any of this, if I'm being honest. I suppose we're going to vulture here and put some contention on the left. I mean, we know we're going to get Hella here. This is a battle, like, he should snap. He's not even trying to destroy our cards. Do we just try to fill out his space in the mid? Can't Hella. Okay. I should leave. We're going to do it for the content. I think if we take Vulture on this side and then we just go to Value Town over here, we've got a shot. We've got a small shot. The Mr. Sinister kind of screwed us. Let's, as long as this isn't just Hella. If it's Hella, it's over. Blade. Oh, shit, it's Hella. MODOK, it's not Hella. Hold on. Even if it was Hella, we would have lost, probably. If it was Hella and it got rid of, like, Infinite, we're done. It's hard to predict, but yeah, we probably would have been screwed on Hella. This is clutch right now. I'm loving this in the move decks because it just fills an empty void. And screw you guys. We won either way. Alrighty, we got Collapse Mine for our first location. Let's just get rid of those. I actually really like Collapse Mine unless I get wildly unlucky and it's like a destroy deck, which if it is, we're going to lose probably anyway here. Do love Dagger for locations like this, though. We're going to put her on the far right side. He's going to go Angela mid. Cool. That'll be a fun Heimdall play with Dagger. We can build her up to 1,000,000. This play is going to be interesting. We could storm left, which I think is what I'm going to do.
Wind aid my hand.
Really hope we get Heimdall. All right, guys. I think we're going to double storm on our own Kamartaj. If I had Heimdall, I would not do this. But I can't storm in Central Park because then that only leaves me a Hobgoblin right side and it would come right back to the Cinder. So we can't do that. He's going to take our Hobgoblin. Which could be interesting. He might play our Hobgoblin, I'll be honest. I think Hobgoblin's the safe option. Because here's the thing, too. If he does use our Hobgoblin, it's going to be blocked. So Hobgoblin middle is probably what he should do. Which, if he decides to do that, I think he could end up winning unless we end up getting... maybe Heimdall we get a shot. Let's try it. We had a feeling. We had a feeling, guys, right? Okay. There's a couple ways we can still win this. We got the Heimdall. What we're going to do is we're going to play Heimdall mid. We're going to move these two left. We've lost this lane. We're not going to... we are going to activate this mojo, but our dagger is going to be cracked. We already won the -7. He's going to have 8 here, so it'll be close. It'll be close. I hate this damn squirrel. It's going to be close. It depends what he plays, but this is so cheeky. It depends what he plays. I think he's got it because of the mojo, which I can't believe he played a mojo here. No, we lost by 1. Oh, that was worth showing, though. That was worth risking it. All right, so next battle up, we're going to hang on to our Iron Fist. You don't want to use that the first turn, guys. You want to be patient. We have Atlantis in the middle. Fisk Tower definitely makes things a bit more difficult. Always have to be much more careful. Like, this would be the worst play of all time. We're probably going to storm in this location, though, which I do like as a potential case scenario there. So let's go and Craven. Probably in the middle. That's fine. All right, we have a Morbius to beat. No big deal. Right side sewer system. So we're going to storm now just because we don't want any funny business. Next turn, we're going to Iron Fist and Vulture. So no matter what he plays here, we can either Juggernaut the next turn or we can Iron Fist and Vulture as well. All right, he's going to get a decently big Apocalypse. He's got Lady Sif over there. And we have to try to guess what he's going to do. So we can Juggernaut here and build them both up with Surfer. That's always a nice play. And then we can play Iron Fist and then Vulture. So either way, we're going to be doing Hobgoblin, though. And so probably Iron Fist is not the call. Now, let's do Iron Fist here, Vulture here. And then we're going to go ahead and Hobgoblin. All right, so he's going to Hell Cow. We technically can't beat that, but we can as long as we get the Surfer. Or we can do something like Dagger, Heimdall. Let's see what we get for our next card. That's going to really determine what we're going to do this turn. I would expect it to be Hobgoblin, though. So we have Cloak to bail us out if we wanted to. Like, if I don't get Surfer, and it kind of looks that way at the moment, right? I could, just throw this down, and we can get these guys out of there. And then we can play, like, Surfer and a 3-cost card, which is nice, because he's already committed there. Other kind of thing that we could do is just play Hobgoblin, which I think is a pretty safe play. Hobgoblin right side would guarantee that, and we just have to get mainly like a Heimdall, and we would win the game as well. We're going to go with Hobgoblin this side. Cool. And then we have Heimdall. Cool. So we're gonna win this. We're gonna push our Craven. He's not built up like whatsoever. And cards have to move to him rather than him moving to cards. It was close. I'm gonna be honest. I thought this was up another 4. I thought he discarded this again. That's why I thought we lost. But we ended up getting it. So that's awesome. That works out well. So like Flooding and Storm, I think is the key to the deck. I've taken her out a lot. You don't even have to have Surfer, but I've taken Storm out of the deck a lot. But closing down the lanes early and moving back into them, or getting out of there with Cloak, is kind of how the Cloak and Dagger deck works, in my opinion. And again, there's a flex spot in this deck, and I'm trying to decide who best fits that. So that is going to be it, movement lovers. Again, it's going to take some time to really master the deck and get used to the way that it works. There's a lot of different Surfer builds out there, but this is definitely my favorite. If you do have a question or you've been playing movement decks yourself, drop a comment down below and help me out, help the community out. And then also, if you just want a question on the deck itself, I'll try to answer everything I see down below. We've got loads of deck guides coming this week. If you guys want to support the channel and not miss out on those, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button down below. Good luck out there with the movement decks. And until the next one, have a good one and happy snapping.